Hey, Megan Scully, and this is the Limerick Post Show. And joining me now, it's singer-songwriter Dora Gola. How are you keeping?
I'm great. Thank you so much, Megan, for having me. This is very exciting.
Oh, it's been great. And I still we haven't seen each other in real life in a while because I know we haven't, obviously there's been no gigs or anything. And I think it was the mental health event that I think you performed at the last time I think I would have seen you, which was actually probably
2 years
early
ago.
2020. Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
I think was it 2 years ago or no, last year. Yes,
Yeah,
last January. That's it.
yeah,
Yeah, it
it
was. I
has.
think it was the last gig we got to do before everything shut down.
I know what a crazy year it has been. But I suppose good thing for you is you've been keeping busy with your writing and singing because I know your new single Dark Sand is going to be out in early April. So talk to us about
That's
how
it.
it's been the past year, writing music and performing in a lockdown.
I'm like to be honest, I tried my best just to use the time, use the quiet time to my advantage and just focus totally on writing. And I must say, and I sometimes I feel very guilty of saying that, but I think lockdown was an absolute blessing for me
Yeah.
artistically because it was first time I didn't have to think of what the people want and what they expect from me, and that I should really try to get my gigs and do music that people will come see live. All of this just went out the window, and I just focused on what was good for me, and I totally followed my instinct. I got back to a lot of music that I listened when I was a child.
Mhm.
A lot of music that if I talked about it now, everyone would be like, "Oh my god, what did you listen to when you were small?" So I actually got back to a lot of that, a lot of 80s, 90s music, and it just happened from there. And I started to write with my co-writing partner Dara Kiri. I used to record with his dad, Dave Keary, in Limerick.
Brilliant.
So after the gig and for the Metis, for Metis mental health, we decided, oh, let's do some co-writing together and see how it goes. And we did it pretty much month after that. So we've been writing together for a year. Yes,
Wow.
that's what's happening.
That's incredible. And now it's, of course, time to release some of that music. But I suppose for you at the moment, I know you're based out in Hinch. I know you were in Limerick. You came to Ireland in 2008 from Poland. I know you lived in Limerick City, and now you are in the beautiful Hinch, which is where you live now. And I have to ask, is it the most inspirational place to be creatively?
Absolutely. Absolutely. No
Stunning.
doubt. No doubt. I think one of the biggest inspiration is actually the landscape, and the landscape is affecting the music so much. I didn't even think it's going to be like this. I didn't expect it to go that way, but that's the way it went. That's why the themes on the single and on the full album, everything is very earthy. It's all about earth conscious. It's all about mother nature. It's all about the feminine energy coming from the earth. So yeah, 100%.
And I know Kate Bush is one of your idols, so that would make sense as well.
Yes, yes, big time. Yeah, and it's funny actually that you're saying that because with this project is the first time I'm finally moving and I'm finally using my dance background, which I kind of neglected in the past projects because I thought that I have to focus on one, which is the singing. And now I finally just I'm liberated and I'm moving, and movement is a massive part of the music.
And as well, I know the reason we're talking early in the morning is because you also are a performance arts teacher as well in Lahinch. You have your own school.
Yes, I have my own little studio. Everything so far is happening online.
Mhm.
But yes, I teach singing and performance, and it's all one-to-one coaching. So yeah, it's going great, and I'm so glad that people still want to sing through all those tough times. So I'm very, very blessed, and and thankful that I have the job and I can still continue working with my clients. And it's very exciting. Yeah, it's great.
That's the one good thing I suppose this year is that everyone has taken to the virtual space. So maybe, pre-COVID, you probably could only really coach people in the area, whereas probably now you've got a chance if you wanted. You can pretty much coach anyone from anywhere once they've got Wi-Fi.
Yeah, and actually, it's funny you're saying that because during the lockdown, I got the most amount of clients. There's people coming from Cork and from Limerick, from Poland as well, from around here, from Ennis. So like loads of different places. Yeah.
I love it. I love hearing these sort of stories because I know as bad as always losing gigs and probably losing your students in real life, you've gained all of these other clients and probably, as you said, now your music as well has had this chance to grow and evolve.
Yes. Yeah. And it took a while, actually. It took a while. It took about 6 months to really find the sound and find the continuity that was really present at each song that I'm writing at the moment. So it takes time, and because of the time, because of the lockdown, I could really have it without any guilt and without rushing anything. And I think that's very important. And not having anyone to advise me, having the freedom of actually listening to my own instinct was probably the best decision, I've made.
It just sounds incredible. And Dora, where can we find you on social media to keep up to date with everything you've got going on? And of course, to be following you as you release music.
So Instagram, 100% Instagram, Dora Gola. If you just type in Dora Gola, you'll see me there. I'm trying to be very, very active, and you see a lot of beach. You see my dog, another dog on the way, my two cats,
Oh,
a lot of music. Yeah, I'm showing a lot of backstage stuff from recording as well, because everything we record is actually from home studio. So yeah, so that's happening. Actually, on Saturday I'm doing a little live with one of my clients and talk about releasing music, how to go about releasing your music, and yeah, how does it all work when you're just starting and you're just a young artist. And I think that's one of the best thing that excites me the most, is actually sharing what I know from experience and trying to help the young artists that maybe don't have the courage yet to do it.
it sounds incredible. And I know they could learn so much off you as well. Dora Gola, it's been an absolute pleasure chatting to you on the Limerick Post Show. And I should say your
Thank you.
single, Dark Sand, is out early April. And we look forward to all the updates, including the dog, the beaches, everything that you're doing right now. And hopefully I'll see you in Lahinch at some stage.
Thank you so much, Megan. It was an absolute pleasure. Thanks a million.